Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Dragon Force, Part 115. Continuing on, we've got Katmando versus our last three monarchs. And at this point, it's just going to be do what I can. Start off with Wen. He's the weakest out of all of them, so he's going to be my cannon fodder. Katmando has no troops. He's got an insanely high HP and defense, though, as we've seen before. Because this time I don't get to fight him using the Star Dragon Sword. But he has been weakened, so he does take damage. His primary attacks are, he attacks with his two claw appendages that you see. He has a laser that shoots out in front of him, diagonally downward, taking out a small row of troops. And then he's got those two missiles. So we want to avoid him using the missiles, because that will do the most damage to Wen. And while it didn't look like he took damage, he did. Just very little. He takes damage in large chunks. You saw it during the last time we fought him. He'll randomly take large chunks of damage based off of I don't know what. And the troops that are behind him will not attack, because he has a very small window of attack. So this is going to be probably the longest fight that I've got to deal with. Because he's going to be killing 100 troops repeatedly onward. I may actually have to break this fight up, depending on how long it takes. He's got a ton of MP, but I really don't think he'll use it for anything. And when you see him take the little lightning sparks around him is when he actually takes damage. So this is almost as boring as using mages for a normal caster fight. It is not recommended you use mages in this, because if he can't attack any of your troops, he'll attack your monarch using that little missile thing. So always make sure he's got a troop to occupy him, or he's going to kill your monarchs. I've heard that it really doesn't matter what troop type you use, he takes the same amount of damage from anything, so the faster attack troop types work better, but I found when you're using offensive strategies like this, troops don't really attack any faster or slower. So this is just mind-numbing. This is the fight that actually does not freak me out as much, because as you've seen, I'm actually doing damage to him. I'm making headway. I'm just hoping that I can kill him in the time frame that I need for my video. Granted, I'm only at 4 minutes at this point, so I'm fairly sure it's not going to be too much of an issue. I'll just need to retreat if it comes down to it. I'll probably retreat when I've got one troop left, because I don't want to even risk getting into a duel or anything with him. I don't even want to get into that situation. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get ready to retreat as it is now. And he's going to attack Wen, which that does a ton of damage. So we'll go ahead and just call that there and retreat. And you can still hear him attacking, because he is a machine. Alright, I'm gonna send Gongos, because he's got more MP, which means I've got the potential to do a little bit more damage based off of specials. And seeing as how we are halfway where I can be for the video, this is a good point to be at. Or I hope it's a good point to be at. I really don't want to have to cut the video short. I just want to kill him. At this point, it kind of makes me wish that I had 2 generals deal with everything. So 2 generals takes on Gaul, Scythe, Katmando, and then 2 for Madrick himself. Ow, that hurt. At this point, it doesn't matter. He's going to take very little damage from any of the attacks, so I might as well... I don't even think he took damage from that, honestly. Alright, now I just watch the clock. That's basically what I don't even think I'm going to worry about using any other special attacks. So apparently he does use MP for that little rocket attack. So... I really wish he could be exploited like other generals and have my troops attack from behind. He is actually just going to town with that ability. I don't think I can let him do that again. Yeah, if he took any damage from that, it was minimal. I may have to use Terrace for this, and that's gonna piss me off, because he's supposed to be the easiest. Alright, guys. You can do it. My fearless dragon troops. Kill him. End this sick farce. Apparently Katmando, for people who are interested in story, does come back in Dragon Force 2, as does Gaul and Scythe, but Katmando is actually a hero. He actually works with one of the generals that you can start with as a robot. Tristan becomes a machine capital. So, that's the extent of my knowledge of Dragon Force 2, from what I've seen. And we have defeated Katmando. He is been terminated, to use a bad pun. And we didn't even have to use Terrace. Which makes me feel really silly. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, because I've got a lot ahead of me still. With the Madrick fight. So I will see you in our next installment, which hopefully will be our last of Let's Play Dragon Force.